What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got more exposure, more revealed, more lies told. Now, y'all know former Showtime president of sports, Steven Espinoza, recently made some statements, bold statements, about undefeated Olympic silver medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, and now reigning WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, who is 22 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, a slick, high ring IQ, counter-punching southpaw that is a defensive wizard, fighting a guy that he's linked to, that being Steven Espinoza, an undefeated 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered one of the faces and the cash cows of the sport of boxing, in Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, 30 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Now, most recently, Gervonta Tank Davis, widely publicized, has reached out to negotiate a deal and a unification with Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, who is the IBF lightweight champion, Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko, who is 18 wins, 3 losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout, 36 years of age, 5'7" with a 66-inch arm reach. With that said, that fell through. They were looking to fight Lomachenko in November. But that fell through, right? And they kicked the tires on a possible unification with Shakur Stevenson, who Gervonta Tank Davis said is on his list of fighters he must fight, on his hit list of fighters he must absolutely fight before his career is over. And then Gervonta Tank Davis announced a massive 7-fight deal worth over $230 million that will surpass that of Floyd Mayweather's deal that he did, 6-fight, $200 million deal with Showtime and Showtime President of Sports Steven Espinoza. He did a massive deal with Amazon. And he said that Shakur Stevenson was part of that list. But no, but wait, Steven Espinoza recently stated, because after his last fight, Shakur Stevenson became a network promotional free agent away from legendary Hall of Fame iconic promoter in Bob Arum and Top Rank. So after that, he became easy to negotiate with, right? Because he's not tied down or has any obligations to anybody, right? And so that made him available, right? So they kicked the tires. They asked him his availability to fight Tank and replace Lomachenko, and Shakur said yes. Now, Steven Espinoza, he had this to say regarding those negotiations. He stated that Shakur Stevenson was looking for a long-term deal, right? And because Shakur Stevenson was looking for a long-term deal with the premier boxing champion, that it wasn't the right time. So because it wasn't the right time to have a long-term deal, they wanted to do a one-off, and it fell through. That's what Steven Espinoza had to say, right? Let's listen to what he had to say here.
Were preliminary discussions about the Shakur fight, early on, like back early, for 2024, before this was scheduled. Didn't get very far for reasons I won't go into. But I just think there were, I'm not sure that the time was right. I think, what Shakur was looking for was something different than, he was looking for more of a long-term commitment other than just doing one fight, and so he's got his deal, he's getting busy, he's got a fight scheduled, and, maybe we'll pick up and I think it was less about Matchroom, more about sort of what Shakur was looking for at the time that, he was talking to PBC and TGB. If we look at sort of the landscape nowadays, I think, we're seeing fights happen, and we're seeing fights, sometimes not happen, but they're not happening for a different reason. I think it's less accurate to say that promoters and platforms are the barrier that they once were. In other words,
Right. That's what Steven Espinosa had to say. That Shakur was looking for a long-term deal. But funny, that's amazing. That's ironic because Gervonta Tank Davis stated that he signed a 7-fight deal with Amazon Prime. And well, when asked who was the fighters involved in that 7-fight deal, Gervonta Tank Davis had this to say.
Name some fighters. Can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Right. So he stated that Shakur Stevenson was already a part of his 7-fight deal. So if Shakur was already a part of his 7-fight deal, then what was the problem here? How could Shakur possibly have been looking for a long-term deal when Tank already had a long-term deal that was going to see Shakur already part of the deal with the rematch clause? Make this make sense. Make it make sense, people. So he was already part of the long-term deal that Gervonta Tank Davis signed. Or was he? Or is there even a deal on the table? Still makes sense. Now I know people are going to say, well, he was just trying to sign a 1-fight deal. That was 1 fight of the 7 fights. Not with a rematch clause. And if he was a free agent, why wouldn't you want to sign a blue chip free agent? Make it make sense, man. It don't make sense. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.